What's up, guys? It's your boy Dominic Rich, and we're back. We are back like we never left, man. We're here to react to the Champions League quarterfinal and semifinal draw that was made today, the 17th of March, Friday the 17th of March. So I was at work when the draw actually went down, so I figured I'll do a reaction when I get off. So, guys, without further ado, let's get into the content. So let's take a look at around the 16 first and foremost, right? Because I didn't do reaction or review videos for these matches. I was actually on a hiatus. I'm probably still on a hiatus, but you got to come out for the Champions League draw, man. So look, Milan 1, Tottenham 0. PSG 0, Bayern Munich 1. Club Brugge 0, Benfica 2. Dortmund 1, Chelsea 0. We had a 5-2 thriller between Liverpool and Real Madrid. What a game, man. What a comeback by Real Madrid. Napoli 2, Frankfurt 0. Napoli's been on fire this season. Leipzig and mighty Manchester City played to a 1-1 draw. Inter 1, Porto 0. So this is what we had for the second legs. Let's take a look at the second legs. Benfica continued their dominance over Club Brugge with a 5-1 win, 7-1 on aggregate. Chelsea with a 2-1 win over Dortmund here to come back from that 1-0 deficit in Germany. So kudos to Graham Potter and Chelsea. They needed that big time. After all the money spent, they really, really needed that, man. So we look at the next one, right? Bayern Munich 2, PSG 0. I have to say, I'm very disappointed in PSG, man. Doesn't matter who they sign. Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Sergio Ramos. You name them. Seems like they just can't win the Champions League. And I know you guys are going to say the same thing about Manchester City, but it is what it is, man. Tottenham 0, Milan 0. Kudos to Milan for actually going on to win that tie. A 0-0 on aggregate. And the big one, man, the big one. I didn't even talk about this game. Routine 7-0 victory for Manchester City over RB Leipzig with a 5-goal haul by Erling Haaland. And the big talk is that Pep took him off pretty early and prevented him from maybe going on to score 7. He should have scored more, though. I have to say the keeper pulled off a few spectacular saves in that game. And Porto and Inter to a 0-0 draw. Inter going on to win a 0-0 on aggregate. We also had the 1-0 win for Real Madrid over Liverpool. Liverpool tried, you know what I mean, but they were kept rather quiet throughout that game, and Real Madrid continued their dominance over the Reds. I don't know what it is, man. When a team just have a stronghold over you, it's like you can't just wiggle yourself out of it, and that's Liverpool and Real Madrid. With Real Madrid just continuously getting the better of Liverpool. Last season's finalists, Real Madrid won. A few years ago, the finalists, Real Madrid won, and here we go again. So they just can't get the better of these Madrid teams. Napoli 3, Frankfurt 0. I got to give it up to Napoli, man, because listen, man, they pretty much already wrapped up the Serie A. 18 points ahead of the second place team over there. I think that's Inter. And congrats to Napoli. Congrats to Napoli on winning the Scudetto, unless they really mess up in the last 12 matches. But I don't think that's going to happen with the kind of form that Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia and all the other supporting casts have been in. So, guys, without further ado, let's take a look at the draw. We just did a quick rundown of the round of 16 ties. And let's take a look at the quarterfinal and the semifinal draws. So, look, we got Real Madrid versus Chelsea. And Man City and Bayern on the same side of the bracket. That's what's going down. Right? Quarterfinal 4 versus quarterfinal 2. And quarterfinal 1 versus quarterfinal 3. So you see, Real Madrid, Chelsea, that's 1. Man City, Bayern Munich, that's 3. And I have to say, the brackets are very, very lopsided. This is as lopsided as they've been in a very, very, very long time, man. Wow. Let's take a look at a better graphic. I want to pull up a better graphic. You know what I'm saying? This is the graphic here. This is a good graphic. But I like the graphic that they actually put out on Twitter, though. You know what I'm saying? I like that graphic. So let me see if I could actually pull up that graphic on Twitter. Let me go to my Twitter account and let's actually search for UEFA. Let's search for UEFA and let's bring up the Champions League so we could take a look at this is what I want to, this is actually what I want to look at right here. You see that right there? That's what I want to look at. Real Madrid, Chelsea, Man City, Bayern Munich, Benfica versus Inter, and AC Milan versus Napoli. What I love about the right side of the bracket, right? Let's go back. Let us go back. Let's go back to the UEFA website. Let's not get it twisted. Let's go back to the UEFA website, right? Let's take a look at this. So it seems as if it will be Real Madrid versus Chelsea in the first leg. City will play at home in the first leg as well. Benfica at home, Milan at home, right? So the side of the bracket that I really love, forget about the stronger side. You see the right side where you have Benfica versus Inter and Milan versus Napoli. Guys, we're almost guaranteed to have an Italian team in the final. Unless Benfica has something to say about that, right? We're going to have an Italian team in the final. For the first time in a while, Juventus, they have been the only, representative from Italy in the final recently. But we know the caliber of Inter in the past, Milan in the past, right? Napoli, they haven't really reached those kind of heights, in a long, long time. Had they ever reached, I don't think they've got to the final before. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. But we are guaranteed to have one of these teams in the final. I would love it if it's Napoli or Benfica. But we know Benfica do have the 100-year curse of Bela Gutman, so I don't think they're going to go on to win it, but it'll be nice to see them in the final. So the favorites, however, are all on one side, which is the left side, Real Madrid, Chelsea. We know who are the clear favorites to win that tie, and that's Real Madrid. And once Real Madrid get past that quarterfinal stage, it's going to be hard to stop them. But you see this clash between Manchester City here and Bayern Munich? You see this clash right here? Oh, my God. Listen, that's heavyweight. That's Pep coming up against his old team, Bayern. Failed to win the Champions League with either clubs, but it's a heavyweight clash because of the star-studded lineups and just the quality that's going to be on display during those two ties, man. You see what I mean? Who has the edge here? Guys, to be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know because let's say if PSG had more cutting edge to them during the tie versus Bayern, it could have been a whole different ball game, right? Remember the first leg when Mbappe came on and you see what I mean? And for City, the vulnerabilities could be exposed against the quality of a Bayern Munich, the speed of players like Sane and Kingsley Coman and, Serge Gnabry, the guile of Müller, and the robustness of guys like Goretzka and Kimmich. And you see, so Erling Haaland versus De Ligt and Upamecano and Kevin De Bruyne and Foden and Mahrez. Oh, man. Ooh! I'm loving it. I'm pumped up. I have to say, I'm really, really pumped up for this and definitely looking forward to it. Big time, man. Big time. So, guys, once again, one side of the bracket, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Man City, Bayern. The winners will come up against each other in the semifinals. Benfica, Inter, Milan, AC Milan versus Napoli. We got a derby, an Italian derby going on there, right? In the Champions League. Love it. Absolutely love it. Listen, I won't mind if Chelsea beat Real Madrid and City beat Bayern to get a revenge in the Champions League against Chelsea. I won't mind that at all. But I have to say it's a very, very exciting draw. Definitely looking forward to these matches. So when are the games? When are the games in the quarterfinal? Let's find out. Quarterfinals, semifinal draws. All right. The first leg in the quarterfinal will be Tuesday, April the 11th. Benfica will come up against Inter. Man City will come up against Bayern Munich. Maybe I should do a I don't know. I'm not gonna. I can't say I'll do a watch along because I might not be available to do a watch along, you know. And then the Wednesday we have Real Madrid, Chelsea, and AC Milan coming up against Napoli. Wow, wow, this is wild. This is absolutely wild, guys. There were Europa League and Europa Conference League draws. Let's take a look at those. Let's take a look at those really, really quick while we're here and see what's really going on in those as well. You know, let's show those competitions a little bit of love. You know, let's go over to the Europa League where Arsenal was knocked out yesterday. Ha 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 ha. I don't mean to laugh, but I really don't mean to laugh. But this is the Europa League draw, guys. We got Manchester United versus Sevilla. They're the clear favorites to go through. But the winner would come up against Juventus or Sporting CP, Sporting who knocked out Arsenal. On the other side of the bracket, we have Bayer Leverkusen versus Union Saint-Gilloise. I have to give it up to this team, though. This is one of the fastest rising team in world football. And then we have Feyenoord versus AS Roma, the current holders of the Conference League. So give it up to Mourinho. Give it up to Mourinho. I'm listen, right now, Roma are favorites because Mourinho knows how to win trophies. He knows how to win trophies. And I fancy Roma over Feyenoord, and I fancy Roma over one of Union or Bayer Leverkusen. Give it up to Xabi Alonso as well for reaching the quarterfinal stage with Bayer Leverkusen, basically resurrected this season. You know, give it up to Juventus as well. Even after the points deduction, they're rising in the Serie A table, you know, and they're going deep in the Europa League as well. But, you know, I'll be backing for Sevilla during this tie. Definitely, of course, without a doubt. So, guys, let's just click on the Conference League. Let's see what's going on with the Conference League. You know, let's not delay anymore. I don't want to make this super long, but let's take a look at the Conference League draw. And this is the first time for me because I actually have not seen the draw, right? So the Conference League draw, quarterfinals, Lech Poznan coming up against Fiorentina. We have Anderlecht, AZ Alkmaar. I'm pretty sure those are on one side of the bracket. So that's one of your finalists, Lech, Fiorentina, Anderlecht, or AZ Alkmaar. And on the other side of the bracket, Ghent of Belgium, West Ham United doing really good in the Conference League this season, but not in the Premier League. Basel making a deep run in a European competition, and OGC Nice. West Ham United are the favorites to win this competition, in my opinion, and I would absolutely love it if they do. I'll be happy for West Ham. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be happy for West Ham. So, guys, your boy Dom, it's been a while. I have to get back in the groove, though. You know what I mean? I really been just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I have to keep it real with you guys. When that whole story about Manchester City and the Premier League broke in the February, it messed me up a bit. Seriously, I'm not gonna lie. It did mess with my whole my spirit. It did. It stopped my momentum. Whatever momentum I was trying to build, it got stopped. You understand? It got stopped. But it is what it is, though. As a man, when you get hit and you get knocked down, you got to work your way back up. And that's what I'm doing. Pretty sure that's what Manchester City is doing. It's not a Man City channel, but I have to say, you know, it was kind of weird because I felt like anything I spoke about in February, you guys would have been talking about Manchester City. So I just say, you know what? Let me just give it a break. And it felt good. It felt good taking a break, to be honest. But guys, that's my Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference League, quarterfinal and semifinal draw reaction. Subscribe if you want to. Like the video if you haven't yet done, so let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know how you feel about this video as well. And until my next one, peace out. Rich Squad. Let's go, City. Let's win this Champions League. Let's finally win this Champions League, man.